We had a party down here. Went on a little bit later, which meant there wasn't going to be much time between the party, cleanup, and going up on the live stream. So I thought, okay, I'll just come down here after the party. And the mic might help, so let's try this again. Is it still on? Yeah, okay. Like I was saying, there wasn't enough time between the party and you can tell I've been painting like crazy. Wasn't enough time between the party and dinner for them to take and clean the dining room and put up all the party, and then me coming in to the live stream. So what I did is I waited until after supper. Remember, as you come in, to hit that like button. Lets me know you're here. Lets me know that you like what I do. I normally do in the afternoon unless there's something going on keeping me from doing it in the afternoon. Usually that's something where I'm either at a doctor's appointment, which I go to quite a bit, or something like today, or I'm just not feeling good. There's some days that I'm just not feeling good. I look better than you throw on some lights. I turn on the light pack. That might help a little bit. Give me a little light. Look, she's got some light with her now. So yeah, just basically gonna chit chat. I've been painting little figures today. Had my bath, had nice little hair done and with some nice wave going on. I'm still thinking about what I want to do with my hair and if I want to do something special for a while or not. I'm still thinking about it. Just really depends on what I can get done. I was thinking I'd really like to get those, the real tight braids. I'd like to do that, I think. Something I've never had before. I'm trying to think of everything I've had, and I'm like, that's something I haven't had. I haven't had my hair long enough to do it since I was a little kid, so it's all one length, so it should be real easy to roll up into those little things. You don't know, one day I might come on and have them into those braids. So I realized today that I've been doing the Gnome Land project now for quite a while. I have to go back through all the pictures and count how many is there. This is unusual in that people are taking these before I get them done as a set, and I'm revealing them in partialness. And I'm going to do a whole video. I'll be doing a whole video of it. But I've been doing it in partial, and haven't even got them signed. I realized with this week's that I hadn't signed any of them. So I'm going to let people know if they want to bring them back, I can sign them and date them. A few people will do that. A few people will forget to do it. There's a few people here that I can go right to the room and just get it and sign it. And with my roommate and my friend, I can go and just sign it. She's got 2 or 3 pieces, and my roommate has 1 or 2. Then I've got employees that have several, and I'm going to figure it all out and then give out cards to them so they'll know what. I'm going to give them out cards so they can know what number of person they were. So they can have cards for their gnomes, and I'll just put them in my hand and tell them to pick it. Usually I mix them, shuffle them, unless I want one particular thing for a number 1 on a project. I'll just fold them, shake them, hand them back out. So that's something that I do personally. And then when I attach them, I don't know the number of the sequence. Now, when I was doing a deliberate drop if I ever do a deliberate drop, you'll know, because the card will be placed in such a way that, and the item will be in such a way that we know that a manager of a newspaper will be finding it, or someone at the mayor's office may be finding it, which we've done. We put it right on steps to the mayor's office. Never got in trouble. But we put them outside newspaper stations, newspapers, TV stations, radio stations, and we'll make sure there'll be a direct replacement. So if you ever go through my videos and you see something that's like, that looks real place, well, it probably was. There was probably 2 or 3 of us there, and one person was in the car doing the photography. And it's usually how that happens. I'll stay back and do the photography of them, and then they'll get back in the car. I hardly get out of the car unless I'm going into McDonald's or someplace, and then you can tell when I'm filming those because it'll be on a walker or a cane or in a wheelchair, and you can kind of tell the way I move which way those are. The rest, there'll be a picture at places like that. I got my roommate, he was really good at it. I'm looking for people for Team AAA. Just remember to send an email to trueseekerart@gmail.com. Let me know if you'd be interested in being a part of Team AAA. What Team AAA is simply a group of people that work on abandoning the art. This is a new thing, a new way of getting art out there while I'm in the nursing home. These will be collaboration things, so if you are, they can be collaboration things. So if you are another YouTuber who'd like to do this, we can work out a collaboration in the 2 of us. If you're someone that would just like a piece of art or two to abandon on your own, then there's a way that I can do that too. So this hair is driving me crazy. It got in my collar, and that's just driving me crazy. There we go. Now it looks better. It's out of my collar. Second change of the day. I hate it. I'll paint on my 2 shirts, so I'm now on the 3rd one, and my hair's doing all kinds of craziness right now. But yes, if you're wanting to be in, if you don't have a channel and you'd still like to abandon art, still send a letter to trueseekerart@gmail.com, and I'll work out a thing with you. If you see past posts with a P.O. box in Louisville, Kentucky, do not ship anything there. I am working on getting a P.O. box, but I kind of am waiting to see. I might be getting an apartment outside of Lexington. Now, that's not what I wanted. That just might be what happens. Hair is everywhere. It might be what happens. And if that happens, I don't want my post office box here in Lexington. I want it in whatever city I'm at. But if I'm here, I'll put in a post office box near me, and then I'll let people know the post office box is open. Right now, the people that are sending me things that I'm accepting, I've been with them friends-wise for a long time. Plus, it would be hard for people to do what they're doing at a nursing home. And there would be trolls at that, but it's not like I would expect it. I know it's kind of later in the day. Tiger, if you're on there, there's your shout out of the day. Come back and watch. You can let your... Ooh, did it quick, didn't I? You can let your mom know you saw me. And then I called you out your name again. She's really sweet. We get communications back and forwards. Well, this one you saw in the thumbnail. Look at this. Now, this is really cool. This is different. These are... They were supposed to be shadow boxes. I turned them upside down. Put on... Well, you've seen these with the larger gnomes where I've done them. but I turned it into this, and I did my dot technique on the thing. Did some fancy coloring on the van with the surfboard, and this one has two best friends out in their camper. So there's the first piece. I actually know who this is going to, and that's the reason I did it like that. So yeah, I actually have 6 pieces to reveal while we're doing this live stream, and then I get to go back. I have 5 pieces left, and thank goodness the gnome's a little bit taller. I've noticed with my hand, I'm really struggling painting these today. The dots were hard enough yesterday, and I didn't do anything else with the dotting yesterday. And then I've been working on these people, and they should never have took this long. Just my hand hurts way, way too worse. And you also saw this in the photo. This one almost looks like Joseph and Mary with the baby Jesus. And a little heart behind them, so they were being protected. And so there's that. Just noticed that when that one went up. Some of these, I don't know what happened. I thought I had an even number of gnome women and gnome men, or enough little kids, and then I'm like, well, I got one person that only is one person, and I don't know what happened. But there's loners everywhere. I'm one of those, so I understand. There's a real cute one. This is a mom with a little baby. Baby's asleep. Might be a granny with the baby. And they got a nice, unique home that they are living in. It's a little fence, but they're on the outside of the fence, so you could see them good. They got a little fence. And like a picket fence, right? So, how's things going today? They're going. I called about the apartment in Danville, and hopefully I didn't make the woman upset. I don't think I did. Um, there's issues. If I didn't need a handicap accessible, I could get it today. But I need a handicap accessible, and that means we found out the difference of their handicap accessible means that no steps are the handicap accessible. So needless to say, I can't use them. And therefore, if I can't use steps, I have no choice but to be in handicap accessible. So now it's just a wait and see. As soon as they got one, I'm first on the list as far as I know. And it shouldn't be that long. I just don't think it will be. Not sure how the list is, but sound positive. It also sounds positive Christian Towers, because my social worker here talks to them about me again. And then also, social worker talked to her. And then I already got a letter from Versailles. The letter here I've got that I get from Danville, I have to sign, send back. I'll send it back the same day. So we'll see where that goes too. Let's pull out this next one. I have to put a drop of glue. What I found out with the dots, okay, and I remember it's been a long time since I've done this type of dotting. Usually I'll dot around the item, not putting the dots on before, but these are the dots beforehand. And then when I went to stick my little gnomes on them, they were fighting. There's this next one. A little bit older child, and either a mom or a granny or an aunt taking care of her, or even a neighbor. Didn't it turn out pretty? So, anyhow, it's a reason for the P.O. box and stuff. and we'll know more. We have the braces coming tomorrow. My dad is going to either bring them tomorrow or Sunday. I'm thinking it'll be more like Sunday before he brings them, just because I need I don't want him to have to come out here real late. And if it comes out real late, I just don't want him to come out. I'd rather him come out earlier in the day. So, you never know, if it gets out Sunday, maybe me and him could go out for an hour or two, just have lunch, which is something we thought about doing, start making Sundays a way for me to get out of here, because I'm really needing that space. This week was hard. Today should have been a great day. It was. It was they did the residents. There's two residents, one on both sides, and then the employee of the month. Employee month, some of the resident council, the staff picked the residents. Pretty cool concept. And this was their like reception. And so I came to that, and I was doing really good. And then they got talking about who the employee of the month was, and they got talking about all this stuff that he does. And I just got teary. I'm about ready to cry today. I got really teary-eyed because the stuff that they talked about that was extra was some of the stuff he did with my mom too. Like her phone, she could not make her phone work. So I had to come in there every day and work with it and get it back up. And the next day, come back in and work on it. She could go so long throughout the day, and then things would mess up. He'd fix it, and then she'd make it through and then fix it. And then on the weekends, there had to be extra people that knew how to use her machine so they could fix it. Because she did it every week. He was always there, and they talked about that. Because yesterday was the 1 year anniversary of Mom being gone. I don't know if my dad caught on to that. I was with him the 17th that whole day. We enjoyed each other. We did a lot. I didn't bring it up. I knew, but I don't know if he realized it. And if he didn't, that's fine. I've been here over a year now in the nursing home. I can tell you, I never expected to be in here more than 6 months. I kind of like should have got going faster on the program, but we had issues getting the program set up because we needed a social security card and a driver's license and just so many things that went backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. We finally got it, and then I got COVID, and then they came in. So that's been a hard one. Now, I just a waiting game for an apartment. There's some of them that could have a quicker turnaround, but they have a lot of people on the list. And so hopefully when the surrounding, I haven't heard from a couple of them. Monday, my I have two care managers. One here at the nursing home, excuse my French, one here at the nursing home, and then a caseworker, two caseworkers, one on housing and one on the other regular case management. So there are two case managers that handle me with transitions. And the housing coordinator is going to call next week to the apartments that haven't been in contact with us from the last round and make sure they have everything that they need. You never know, one of them might be there might be mail somewhere in the transition getting to me where I can sign and get mine. And that says, got a house, bring in your paperwork. And I'm like, tomorrow. So I'm going to show you, I got a couple more. Keep on talking a little bit longer. These look like they're mad at each other. She looks like they got their backs to each other. I think he's just oblivious, and she's just like, see how it's gonna be. And you don't know how they're going to look until you put the people down, and then you can make up stories for every scene. That's something that has been incredible for me in this whole project, is that I come up with a scene and stuff for each one of them. The next guy, all right, so remember I said, I'll go ahead and do this because I can joke like joke about this. Told you this, I only had two of them like this. This is with the two best friends camping, and this is with this gentleman camping, and he has an, I believe it's supposed to be a pick or an axe. And this is, I got, after I did it, it's in a red painted car, surfboard like scene. I went, so this is the crazy van guy. I was watching, and how I thought about it is, I was watching, I have to admit, I like Tubi because you can see old shows that were on TV for free. And I had never had TV. The Comedy Channel wasn't one of my channels. Now I start watching The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. It's awesome. But I never got to watch any of the other shows. And so the one that made me think about that is the show's called Brinkleberry. Don't let your kids watch it. It's not condoned for kids. And if you're squeamish and don't want to watch things that might be not thinkable, don't watch it. It's an adult cartoon. It's very over the top adult cartoon. 10 o'clock, it's not late enough. A good Christian girl, 10 o'clock ain't late enough. 11, okay. But it ain't new. So there you go for that. And they have a crazy axe guy at the Brinkleberry Forest. And so after I got done with that, I was like, great, I just put a crazy axe guy in Brinkleberry Forest. They're really cool. You can come back and you can open this up and put your picture in it. You can put a picture. And this can be, and you can have it above your frame. Well, that's a cool thing. So, I'm going on about 23, I've gone on 23 minutes. Haven't seen many. If you come back in later, just remember you push that like button, leave a comment, I will get back with you. Thank you all for giving me the power and will to do this. I figured that one day that I would come out of the closet as far as who was behind True Seeker Art, but I didn't think I'd do it this way, and especially on Art Abandonment. I thought I'd do it on the second channel or the third channel, where nobody would ever see me, but I guess I should have came up sooner. Some people could get to know me and know that I'm a real person that does art, not manufacturing it off stream by 10 million people. It's just me. I spend all day doing one thing, but I'll get it done. I just need the people done, so I've been working on them since 8 or 9 o'clock this morning. I've been working on them. You can tell a little bit that been a long one, been a rough one, but I got it done again. And for you all that want motivation, here's your motivation. You can do it. Don't let anyone stop you from doing it. Just do it. I mean, I was ready to throw in the towels when I got in here, and it was going to be a long stay. And now I'm doing this, and I have connection with the outside, and I can do it again. And continue to do it, and will continue to do it. So if you can make that for me, you can make it for yourself. So guys, I'm out of here. Stay safe, and as always, happy abandoning. Night. See you tomorrow.